So it ruins the garment, stretches your shoulders with these little creases that are sticking upwards, and it's like you end up looking like Skeletor from He-Man with these giant, those I think it was those purpley kind of shoulder pads would wear, and yeah, it just fucking ruins it. But find value in things that annoy us. I mean, really, how the fuck is that going to work? How would you find value in things that annoy us? Now, by this time in our so-called journey of life, we become more evident to things that annoy us more and more, and in result of that, these mini frustrations, they can add up pretty quick. And what we find ourselves is that things keep repeating themselves until we will do something different about it. And when we do something different about it, it's only then something different may come out as an outcome. Now, in all honesty, with every annoyance, there's an opportunity to grow, to learn something, to see what could I get from this that could possibly change the outcome. Now, you're listening to Dear Bro podcast. I'm your bro Indy. By listening, you're a bro, no matter who, where, or what gender you are. This is your weekly self-discovery letter to every soul searcher. So, the way we will go about doing this is I mention some things that do annoy me, and then we're going to try and flip it. So we're going to try and flip it to see a completely different perspective. When I was looking at this, I thought from the first one, it has to be the classic, which is my phone. My phone, you see, it's got legs. And what that means is it likes to play hide and seek. So I instantly need to log something. I will remember something and I need to quickly record it or put it into my diary, or I need to do some calculations, so I need the calculator. And it's that very moment that I'll need it and it's no longer around me. Now, I've become famous for this. Every family member of mine knows that once a week at least, I'm going to be looking for my phone at some point. And this is the norm. It's so common. It'll happen when I'm about to walk out. I got my jacket on, I got my gym bag or whatever it is. I'm on my way out, and as I'm on my way out, I've locked the door. I thought, shit, phone, and then I'm looking for it, and it is such a common pattern of mine. Now, as for the flip, I leveraged tech to combat tech. Now, on the iWatch, there's this feature where you slide it up from the bottom and there's a button, and you press that button, and guess what? It makes your phone beep so you can find it. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You just got to press that button. So, knowing this, it completely changed my life. I remember the first moment when I used it, when I pressed it, the smile and the joy I got when I first did that, sitting on my sofa, knowing, shit, where's that phone gone again? I simply rolled my sleeve up, went to my watch like I'm some superhero, and I pressed the button and it went beep, 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 beep. And there it was. Instant joy, instant satisfaction, where I was able to find my phone straight away. That, for definite, was a happy ever after. Now, just as a side note, side bags, bum bags, man bags, whatever they're called, one of the best inventions for me, a true game changer, where I'm able to put everything in there, my phone, and it will be with me at all times. Amazing, truly amazing. Now, my next one's wire hangers. Wire hangers are ugly, skinny looking things that can be quite harmful, can be quite sharp, so a little bit of a hazard. It creases your trousers or jeans without any warning. You will hang up trousers or jeans, whatever it is, and because of the weight of the jeans, or it will sometimes bend the bottom part of the wire hanger, and when it bends, the trousers itself, it will shrivel up and it will cause creases, and you don't need that, especially if you just ironed it. But it doesn't stop there. No. When you hang up a top, a cardigan, it creates these stupid stretch marks where, because of the weight of the garment, it's pulled it down. It's just stretched a bit on the shoulders, so when you put your top on, you've got these little tiny flaps flapping upwards, so it ruins the garment, stretches your shoulders with these little creases that are sticking upwards, and it's like you end up looking like Skeletor from He-Man with these giant, those, I think it was those purpley kind of shoulder pads he would wear, and yeah, it just fucking ruins it. But if I was to think of from a different perspective, I'd say that repurposing the hangers would be a good choice, because if you think about it, you could bend them because of the way they're made, and no other hanger can do that. So just by bending it and repurposing it in some way, I guess that kind of works as well. Now, I don't really like having wires all tangled up, so what I would do is use it to hang up the Christmas lights wires so they stay intact, and that way, because of the weight of the wires, even if it bends or the actual hanger bends, it's fine. So I guess you get a bit of a tidy shed, using a load of wired hangers. Now, moving on, how many times have I parked and the car is not parked straight, so I would jump back in the car and I would do a load of reversing and forwarding so that the car can be straight, and I'll do this again whenever necessary. I'll always end up putting myself back in the car and just straighten it if I see it that it's not straight. And if it's not straight, say you've parked it the way it is, the person who's going to park next to you, they gonna struggle to open their door. And the last thing you want is for them to struggle coming out of their car and they've accidentally scratched or marked the side of your door. That's not going to help no one. And sometimes when you park on the side of the street, you can't have one tire on the curb and the other three on the road, because that really is bad, because then it's going to affect the car bearings. You can't have that. So in response to this, I'd say stop rushing. So I'll stop rushing as a step one, and I'll take my time. I'll adjust the mirrors, and once I've done it, taking my time, it's going to be done right, and it's going to be done the first time. I guess that's the power of patience. And now that your car is parked straight, you are contributing towards making the world a better place, because the person is going to park next to you. Chances are he'll be able to get out easily enough. This rolls me into my next item. Wow. Oh my god. So, messy wardrobes. As default, I need my wardrobe to be tidy. So I'll have a top layer where I've got all the tops hanged up, some bottoms hanged up as well. But then on the shelving, there will be folded up clothes, and just these will be like everyday clothes. And these folded up clothes will be in separate piles, very neatly done, like mini skyscrapers. And every 3 months or so, from time to time, the piles will collapse. One pile will collapse on top of another, the other one will collapse on top of the other, and before you know it, there's a full-on party going on. It's like it's morning time, but you've got a school run to do. You ain't got much time to sit down and completely fold a t-shirt and put it back. Although ideally I think that would help. Again, power of patience, or rather delay, just that tiny bit of 20 seconds, 15 seconds to get it done, and get it done first time right. That's how I would, I guess, break the cycle. And I'd rather have those tiny delays and just get it right. So I think the moral of that story is to fold as you go is the way we would roll. My next one is kind of weird, but it's a bit OCD. But then again, toothpaste. Why would you squeeze the toothpaste in the middle or at the top? Why not squeeze the toothpaste from the bottom? By doing so from the bottom, it pushes all the toothpaste to the top. Why squeeze it in the middle? Now, if I was to flip this, I'd say I'm exceptionally grateful for the small moments of irritations right in the morning, because that's the time where you're really being tested, and it's these small things that are allowing to build muscle for the bigger irritations. Now they are the ones where you are truly tested. And I think empathy as a tool teaches you this. It teaches you to understand how people see the world differently, even though it's toothbrush tubes. How do they see them differently? Moving on. Now, me and car keys, we don't get on. At some point, I will always, without a doubt, lose car keys, or simply just forget them somewhere, wherever I put them, even if I'm around someone's house. So if I'm about to go out, I'm asking, where are the car keys? So often question I get is, well, where did you put them last? And I'll be like, well, where did you put them last? But the chances are, wherever I put them, I can't remember. And usually the search for car keys happens after I've used them. But I do have a system now, and this system seems to be working. So I'm right-handed, and therefore I would always leave the car keys in my right hand pocket specifically. So I would reach out naturally with my right hand straight into my jacket pocket and have the car keys already there. And I'm glad to say that for some time now, this does seem to be working. I would always reach out in my right hand side pocket and they will be there. Even when I'm in the car or out the car, they always will be in there. And if they're not, then they are definitely missing. It's time to stop everything and reschedule your whole daily plan because they're gone missing again. But it does seem to be working. And to add to that, as a visual reminder, I do have the key hanger clearly in front of me. So as soon as I will walk in, these tiny little things are working a treat. And it really, really helps. Moving on to my next one. Have you ever gone to the sofa, done all your chores, and you've just taken your seat? You just sat down. You've done all your things that you needed to do. The feet were asking for a rest. Maybe it's time for a quick scroll break, if that's the thing where you'd go on your phone and do some scrolling. TikTok or Insta. We've all done it. So that's done. And now you sat down and you're naturally looking for a remote control. But it's not there. It's inside. It's right on the other side of the room. And you're looking at it and it's looking at you back. So now what? Now, the flip for this, I've kind of developed a secret hack. And this secret hack is I mentally would work out or calculate how long it's going to take for me to make the action to get up, to walk over, grab that remote control, and then to sit back down. And once I made this calculation, for some reason, like magically, the brain says, okay, let's do it. Just by putting some sort of a time then on there. And so it'll be like, 14 seconds or 8 seconds. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. And then next minute you're on your feet, you're grabbing it and you sit down and it's done. There's no drama about it. And this works every time. And it does remind me when you fill out online forms or something you fill out, sometimes it will always say, fill out this 2-minute form, fill out a 60-second form, and you're done. So for some reason, when you associate a time to a task, your brain goes like, yeah, okay. So this secret little hack has worked every time for me. My next one is traffic. Traffic. You can't do anything about it. Before you know it, you're already on the road and you can't really turn back and you're in it. So this one's more of a step-by-step guide on how to make the most of it. And my first step would be to inform the person who is expecting you. We all got phones, and it's great. So the very first thing, phone the person. The reason you're phoning takes the pressure off, right? It's happened. Can't change it. So phone the person, inform them, and that's the pressure off. If it is that meeting you missed, end of the day, it's the universe's time that we're going by, and nothing can be done by that. Leading into step 2, now you've done that, taken the pressure off, Now you've got a moment to connect with the passengers. So this opens you up to create new conversations, new stories, or having a conversation that you didn't expect to have on that day with a person. Now, should there be no passengers, then I guess it's a great time to play a podcast. A podcast that would give you something, leave you with something, something that would hold some purpose, meaning. Let me know if you want me to recommend you one. I'm sure I could think of one. Okay, so last but not least, my wallet. Now, I tend to have a well organized, most times, well organized wallet. And what I tend to do is I would organize, arrange the cards according to the frequency of use, and most importantly, all the cards need to be facing up so I can recognize them and I can grab them and use them quickly. And when they are facing up, they're just easier to recognize. But when I will hand it over to the family in order to pay the bill, it will be returned, and it will be returned with cards upside down and the wallet rearranged again. Now, I guess at this point, I could use my convincing conflict resolution skills and have a simple conversation. Hey, I know you were rushing a bit when putting my cards in, but if you could just put them in the right way, I guess I could do that. But what's in my power is to at least declutter my wallet more regularly. And what this decluttering is making sure I got rid of all my old receipts, the washed receipts, and the unused cards, like the gym cards. I think even if it's decluttered, I'm halfway there. And that would be my flip on that. Now, there were some of the things that I looked around my life and identified. And I guess we're all trying to build a life of peace, happiness, and love. And no matter who and what we do on a day-to-day basis, and building quality like resilience isn't just for large events and the big downers. It's also for the small stuff as well, and they start in our daily challenges. And I think using things like empathy, patience, self-made systems are the way. They always are the way in how we can better ourselves, and only then we can have less time complaining and more time appreciating, I guess. So I'm going to wrap it up there. And I want to say that, bro, at any point you was able to relate to this, in return, do join the brotherhood by following, reviewing, or leaving a comment. And I hope to bring better quality content for you every time. Next episode, maybe I'll probably do a his and hers, packed with more stories and more self-improvement. I'm going to jump off now, but thank you, bro.